What if I told you everything you think you know about theology is wrong? Or more precisely, straw? That's how one of history's most famous theologians felt when he happened upon a reality greater than anything he could have ever imagined. After spending his entire life writing one of the most important and influential theological works in the world, he stopped and never returned to finish it. So what happened? Thomas Aquinas was a 13th century Dominican friar. He was a genius of philosophy and theology. He was quiet, reserved, had a large stature, and was perceived initially by his classmates as unintelligent and unassertive. In fact, his classmates nicknamed him the dumb ox. But one of his instructors famously said, "We call this young man a dumb ox, but his bellowing in doctrine will one day resound throughout the world." And resound it did. His most famous, and as mentioned earlier, unfinished work is the Summa Theologiae, sometimes called the Summa Theologica. So what happened? Why would this great mind of history stop short of finishing one of the greatest works ever written? Well, Aquinas wrote about everything, from theology and philosophy to ethics and politics. The Summa Theologica was supposed to be his most comprehensive work, a summarization of Aristotelian philosophy, Augustinian theology, and the Christian scriptures, all in one comprehensive theological framework. One of the most important questions it sought to answer was, what is the nature of God, and how can we know him? It was this question, arguably, that caused him to stop writing, not because he had some intellectual roadblock that prevented him from finishing his great work, but because he met its referent. That is to say, he stopped writing because he met God. It was December 6th, 1273, while celebrating Mass, Aquinas reportedly received a vision of Christ, so overwhelming, so beautiful, that he couldn't continue. When his assistant begged him to finish the Summa, Aquinas said, "I can write no more. I've seen things that make my writings like straw. Straw. Thin, dry, weightless, useful, but fragile.